Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SR2. And today we have a magnificent Majora's Mask Tournament race, MoonCrash. And today we have I forgot the winner, Zeepo versus Key. And at the commentary booth we have your name, please.
Hey, I'm Gerg. Or Greg.
I am Kian.
So I hope you will enjoy the race, so I leave you to them. Bye!
Yeah, so losers finals, almost at the very end of this tournament. These two very confident runners, very excited to see them go head to head here.
Yeah, both outstanding runners in the community who are known for being pretty quick. It will be a very fun race to watch. PBs are relatively close to each other, and it should be a really good race. It's MM though, so it's tough, you know?
Yeah, it's like one mistake can just be a minute, so we'll see.
It'll give you a minute.
I literally could not make a prediction on this race. I was just not
Even with someone getting really behind, because you know, like we saw in the last race we commentated, truly, even with someone with major mistakes happening, they trade off on giant mistakes that lose time, and then you know, it's a fight to get back in.
Yeah, you people will be entertained for sure. Stuff's gonna happen.
No, it's a
no reset. That's a fact.
I think that these kind of tournaments are really good for the community, and not only the community but the runners, forcing kind of everyone to do a no reset run.
Yeah,
it's as when we're streaming and doing our own stuff, we're always able to reset constantly, right? We mess up a single thing, we just reset. In tournaments, it's a whole new perspective, because the people who are the most consistent, or maybe the people who don't go for the riskiest stuff, can end up shining through because of the fact they can consistently get good times, right?
Yeah,
over
races
tons
will
of
reward that. They reward consistency. Over any, if the route finishes and you didn't do major mistakes, you're fine. So
it also rewards backups, and I think that's the
Yeah.
coolest thing, is we get to see some really old strats come back as backups, which in a real run you don't do them that often because you just opt to reset.
Just reset. Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say backups are the thing that
Soon.
really.
I think they're starting really soon. I see a timer.
Yeah, we're at 10 seconds already. Oh wait, it's
Okay, it has begun.
okay. They're going.
Okay, so we're like 20 seconds offset. Okay, we'll remember that for the end. All right. So this is all dungeons restricted. That's the category the runners are running. So it bans 4 very powerful glitches in the game. So it bans SRM, which allows for lots of memory manipulations. The debug menu, which allows you to give yourself essentially all the items in the game, and even remains and crazy stuff like that. It also bans older tricks like equip swap, that lets us dupe Zora eggs, amongst other things, and it bans index warp, which lets you warp to L statues you've never seen before.
Yeah, those last two are the biggest thing that separates it from NMG.
I cannot see the gamer's
Yeah,
gameplay right now. Let me refresh. Maybe that's normal.
Yeah.
All right, they've come back for me now after the refresh.
Yeah, I just refreshed and it's fine. All right, so the run starts with a long cutscene, and runners already have things to do during that cutscene because this game won't let you just auto scroll the text boxes efficiently, or so they will. There are frames to be saved every text box, so you might not see those blue triangles or squares at the bottom of the text boxes because of that.
Ooh, Kai. as you were saying, he very much just showed it off. Kai getting 0 of those blue triangles at the bottom there. Every time you fail, every time you get a blue triangle means you did not mash, or perfect mash.
And each of those blue arrows are basically signify 1 frame. So each frame you miss will add up. There's 20 frames per second in the main game, 30 frames per second in the pause. But yeah, you missed 20 of those blue arrows, or that could add up to 1 second.
Yeah, I have to count it. I haven't done that yet. How many seconds you lose from imperfect text with at least 1 frame per text box? That's something I can do another day.
I mean, all the way through a run, it definitely adds up. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
It's short term, long term though, because eventually, if you focus on the short term, your hands might fall off. But one thing I always remember Enop was you'd always hear him mashing like crazy because he's doing A, B, and then C up as well. On the virtual console, you can do C up mashing to clear text. So he was just going ham.
Okay, man, that man's hands in a new dimension out there. That sounds so painful.
It was really nice for the ears. Like, very good controller ASMR.
What, hearing 3 inputs at once, the A, B, A, B, A, B with C ups in between?
It was like a blender. Yeah, it was great.
A lot of people in the Zelda community can mash quite crazy. It might be because, ooh, look at that. Zeepo giving us the stump jumps.
Very nice.
You see a lot of people in the Zelda communities very good at mashing. I don't know, maybe it's because half the games in the Zelda franchise require you to do 14, 15 frame perfect mashing, stuff like that. So a lot of the community is pretty good at mashing.
I mean, it adds up, like we were talking about. It's not as strong as some other games, like a Pokemon speedrun, where it really, you're counting all of your frames that you're losing there. But believe me, the optimization can grow.
It can. Fortunately, though, it's not the end of the world if you miss a couple. It usually ends up evening out throughout a run, as long as you're doing a good job.
Zeepo in chat saying he'd do a double zombie hover mash, A-B with both hands. That's a gamer strat right there.
Alright, that is a bit gamer right there.
Yes, gameplay Zeepo, indeed.
Yeah.
You might have noticed at the start of the run, you'll see it often, so sometimes the runners will just not be facing where they need to go and instead backwalk. That's because it's actually faster than the rolls we're used to see in casual gameplay. So before we get bombed, so that'll be one fast way of moving around when possible. So that'll be a good thing to do in essentially all forms compared to rolling, except Goron spikes, but we don't have Goron mask in this category.
Yeah.
What's even more interesting is each of Link's forms has different speeds with their back walks and forward walks, and Deku having an extremely fast one.
Yep.
Small details like that. It's really cool the amount of detail that went into each form, each of the transformation masks.
They truly do have their own little strengths and their own weaknesses. It's really interesting to see how much detail did go into that.
So coming up, we're going to see the flower strat. Hopefully both of these guys go for the first flower skip. They do.
There's no way they don't.
Yeah. Biggest decision maker will be coming up with Happy Mask Salesman skip. We're talking about little things right now, like the log strats, this flower, there's going to be a text skip. Those are 1 second things. But in a few minutes, we're going to have a 45-second to a minute long possible cutscene. So we'll have to see who pulls forward there. Hopefully both of them get it and continue moving along quite steadily. Yeah.
Luckily at their level 2, for things like HMS, it ends up being just how few pauses people are gonna have during it.
Yeah, it's a good point.
In this, and when you're pause buffering for HMS, it definitely eats up some seconds each time you have to add an extra press, and you can.
Both of them got within the range.
Yeah, so you can side hop, hold A during the side hop, and auto dive into the flower and skip that text box. But if you get too close, then it activates, and Tattle tells you to, oh, look at that weird tree.
You can hold A to auto it into it.
Yeah, that's how
yeah,
we're
absolutely.
doing it.
That's how you do it.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Thank you for teaching me that, because I've been timing it my whole life.
Yeah, you can time it. It's a lot harder to do it. Just hold A. It's easier.
I never tried timing it.
It's a very thin timer.
I'm gonna put another ZSR stream because I can't see the chat now. I can only see like half a message.
Alright, Zeepo's already out. Pretty fast. Kai took a couple extra pauses and he's out too.
The goal for MoonCrash ADR, the initial whole entire point of this tournament was to gain more interest into Majora's Mask speedrunning and shine more light on a game, especially when it was in more of a stride period back when the tournament started, though it's been a long amount of time since the tournament was started. It's definitely already done its job. We've seen MM have an extremely good year, especially after the tournaments began. Not because of the tournament directly, but just in terms of initial interest and then many categories, new discoveries, and a lot of things happening in the community. It's been a good year so far for MM.
Yes, definitely.
It really has, and it's coming off of some, leaner years for sure. So it's really great to see all the researched interest and the
and we also
hype
have,
that built up.
I can say like really good support for new runners in the Discord. Like, I tried to be first to answer questions, but there's almost always someone else. So, because it's so active, there's always someone there to help you out if you're learning this game. We have very good, many good friendly, I should say, beginner-friendly categories, but it's helping a lot.
And during the day, we have plenty of, in terms of if you be on the viewer side of speedrunning, we have lots of people who are almost always streaming. You can usually find MM and runners going at many different times of the day.
It's really awesome to see.
It definitely helps keep the interest up for the game. So far, what the runners are going to be doing is a thing known as first cycle, where they're going to be trying to progress the time into the third night as fast as they can. So they're going to use Nana and then Scarecrow to immediately get into third day night.
Yeah. So
this comes down to small little optimizations, especially Deku movement. You don't use it really anywhere else. So like one of the things we saw Zeepo did is after leaving the grandmother room, he did a side hop strat to leave the door, nailed that. That's something he likes to push for. Small things like that. But yeah, exactly. We're just trying to get to the end of time. 3 days at midnight.
Yeah, so all the movement before night 3 is really important because you cannot make it up by good in-game time management. So it's just pure time loss. There's nothing you can do against that. Whereas in the last 6 hours of in-game time for first cycle, if you get the RNG you need and make it before midnight, essentially you're fine. And you can mitigate imperfect movement.
Right, like you could make up for it by skipping a bush or something, whereas until you get to that Scarecrow, it's all pure time loss.
Oh, side hop. Backwalk, side hop. Strat for Zeepo. Pretty nice.
I like it. So this card...
First cycle not only applies to this category too, a lot of the movement that you're going to be seeing is very similar throughout many of the categories for this game. Though there are little small changes depending on which category you're doing, a lot of them are all going to have their own version of first cycle or very similar versions of first cycle. So Deku movement comes into play in not only this one, but many of the different categories. It still amazes me how fast Deku backwalks. He's so fast.
Yeah, he crosses Termina in no time. It's really impressive in NMG where they have to go all the way to Milk Road.
Yeah.
For the map point.
Yeah, the one using index work, I would take you to Snowhead.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And, okay, so now they want to collect 90 rupees for first cycle to deposit in the bank. So right now, they're a bit behind on good RNG, but no, Zeepo's fine. Zeepo's completely fine. Kai too. Okay, now they're fine, but it's taken a bit longer than is possible.
It's kind of crazy for a little bit there. They were both sitting at 64 rubies after the exact same brush. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
And now, okay, Zeepo got all the rupees he needs. Kai still needs 4, or he can. I don't think he needs to back up. 4 is fine. He can get 4 rupees in the last one.
Yeah, he should be fine.
He should
Yes.
be more
Yeah,
than
he's
fine.
already got it.
But there is a backup. You can back up with the 100 rupees chest in cycle 2, but fortunately both runners got the necessary money, and so we won't see that today.
If you're very close off too, you can also get Keaton Bush for a guaranteed drop, can't you?
Exactly.
Yes, yes. If I finish like that when I need to.
Yeah, if you're like only 2 off, it's pretty free to just go for it and then back work over.
Yeah, once it's more than 3, it starts to be kind of iffy. Not really gonna make the in-game time.
Now here, these text boxes with the Great Fairy are kind of special, whereas you won't try to just bash each of them, but you'll want to do something interesting. You just tap B when the first character appears, and then mash A to finish, or mash any text moving thing. So that's one weird thing about this game is different text boxes will require different strategies. And it's first cycle, and so that's almost one of the only things I can think of talking about. So that's the thing that's in the game.
That's kind of interesting. The fact that actually a couple of Zelda games have this in common, where there is 2 forms of like mashing, where there's special text boxes that are different. Like Wind Waker also having its own insta text boxes. It's cool to see that some of those things linger in each of the games, where there's different ways to handle things, and how text boxes are made uniquely.
Yeah, and they're important to go fast. I mean, when we focus so much on trick optimization, you don't want to lose time from text boxes.
Yeah, you'd rather give up a couple seconds because you need to take more time to set up a trick than to lose those seconds, text smashing.
Exactly. All right, so Gainer coming up. Very nice second try from Zeepo. He's doing it in the corner.
He's just chilling. He's gonna
Yeah.
do another. Oh no.
Oh, Kai! Oh no!
I kind of a little close. He should be
Kinda
fine.
high.
Yeah.
This Gainer luckily is not that bad. It being 2 frames makes it a lot more forgiving.
Yeah. The biggest problem with it is overthinking it. If you overthink it, then your odds go down. That's it. Just go for it.
The one frame ones, man, those ones really get to my mind. Those ones hurt. I can't do them that well.
Take your springs out.
I'm not taking my springs out.
That's fine.
I like my springs.
Oh, you also need them for TP, so that's fair.
Yes, I need them badly for TP. So
Oh, that's true. You're making me think. I have to put back springs in my second controller because I just removed springs from the controller that didn't happen. Wait, did I? Wait, never mind. I'm fine.
are you planning
Yeah.
on playing TP or something? Like
Sometime when I'm done with my MM goals and other goals for other games.
let's go.
But yes, I want to play I'm playing Twilight Princess sometime this year.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I remember
Maybe.
being super bummed when I couldn't use my main controller for that.
Because your springs are out, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot harder on the hands, and for MM and OOT, and even when I played SM64 on Wii VC, like, the springs did nothing, it was just extra force.
Yep.
And for me,
funny
at
'cause-
least.
It's funny because I played 2 games where it's absolutely mandatory. Not only did I've run LM where we need the springs, or else you're also just you can't play LM without the springs. And then TP is in the exact same category where you also need springs.
Yeah, Sunshine I know you also do, I believe.
Yep.
A lot of the GameCube games, you know.
Well, most of them, N64 games don't utilize the
Analog.
springs, the analog part of the springs.
Mhm.
So it is completely useless. But most GameCube games, of course, it's a new feature. Nintendo loves to use the features they get. And so, like with Flood, the harder you press down, the more different things you get, right?
Yeah, exactly.
LM, the vacuum, how hard it sucks, how hard it blows. TP is just for TP.
TP doesn't need it. You can
Yeah.
do soft presses, though.
Alright, so that's the only instance in the game where we're actually going to see Zelda. Well, not even, it's just a memory, so... That's,
Whoa, are you saying memories aren't real, truly? That goes too
they
far.
are real, but... They are real, but they're in my head. She's not in front of Link right now.
That's true.
All in our head. It still amazes me how fast people in Zelda play these songs. Like, just how brutal. Like, in a lot of the N64 games, because, like, in a lot of the later ones, Wind Waker, SS, and, like, TP, right, we play the songs at the tempo it tells us, right? In these old games, especially at, like, Ocarina of Time and MM, you just see people go crazy. Like, you guys do the songs instantly.
Yeah, I claw my GameCube controller for it. It makes it a lot easier. Or you could double claw with like your hands. So you could just really, as long as you're not pressing on the consecutive frame.
I always find it kind of hard because, yeah, you can, if you play too early, you have to wait a certain amount before you're able to play a note. Right? You have to wait till the A return shows up so that you're able to actually, or it will count the note. If you go too fast and too early, it won't count the notes.
That's like the biggest casual thing, I feel.
Now we just saw both runners reset the console. That's very normal. That's because when you play Song of Time for the first time and save, the game's going to play a really long or a fairly long flashback. So we just reset, and it like this. We don't need to watch it, and Tattle won't talk to us here. We won't have that part. When we come back to clock down and realize, oh my god, we got back in time. You can just go straight up and get back your human body there, and see this humongous organ spawn out of literally nowhere.
I love that.
He's got a big backpack for a reason, you know.
Ah, that is correct. That makes sense. Maybe it's a super hollow organ. That could make sense.
He just rolls it out like a carpet.
That's it. That is it.
That's like one of those, like, you guys ever seen on those, like, really fancy hotels? They got, like, the towels that are, like, in the little mini squares. That's pretty much the organ, you know? Maybe it's like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
where it's folded up really tiny, you're saying?
Yeah, where it's folded to, like, a micro, like, where the towel is, like, really mini. But, like, then you, like, get it wet and it, like, expands.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, where it's dry. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's almost
Maybe
like the sponges.
Yeah, maybe that's how the organ works, you know?
The dinosaur sponges.
Oh, yeah, so with a bottle of water and the organ carpet, he's fine. Ah.
That's it.
Maybe that's so you see the top of his backpack there. It is a rolled up piece. Maybe that's the rolled up organ.
Oh my god, this works. Everything fits.
Oh,
neat thing. The mask in the front of the backpack is actually the same face as on the mirror shield. It took me years to figure that out.
Yeah.
And there's also a Mario mask behind the backpack.
Yeah, the Mario mask is great. The one that was became Mirror Shield, I'm pretty sure they designed it and wanted to make it like an actual mask, but they didn't know what to do with it, so they put it on the Mirror Shield.
Yeah, it's a creepy face. What were they gonna do with it? You know, it
Really
looks like a man. It looks like it's screaming in agony. It's like, all right,
like the Colin O mask, essentially. That's all I can say. That's the only thing I can associate it to.
I just don't know where they would use something like that. Like, why would you need a mask like that? We already have some weird mask in this game. I mean, the All Knights mask is like a torture device.
It straight up is, yeah.
Like, this game's got some weird creativity that went into it.
Maro's mask completely blocks your sight. If you look at it, like how it physically looks, like it completely blocks Link's eyes.
Yeah.
We don't see holes for the eyes in it.
Well, when you close your eyes, you dance the most confidently. You know, they knew.
Maybe it's like in Attack on Titan, where you see through the eyes of the mask instead. So he sees on his eyesight is propagated to the top of the mask. I just solved it. Amazing.
It's all mirrors, all the way down.
Yeah, that too. That's a lot simpler than my weird magical explanation.
Mara, the naked dancing man, thought it all through, dude. He had all the pieces.
Yeah, he had it figured out.
He had it all. He had us all figured out before we even knew.
All right, run starting now.
So we're out of what we call first cycle after those almost 22 minutes of movement and just waiting through text. And now we actually use the glitch density is gonna start going up. Worry not.
Difficulty of the run is also going to start spiking like crazy. We're going to start seeing some very difficult tricks that make up what makes MM a very difficult speed game.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
naturally we're going to go get explosives, so we got 90 rupees, so we can buy our bomb bag and 20 bombs, plus 10 bomb shoes. Another cool thing about 90 rupees is if you put exactly 90 rupees and pull out exactly 90 rupees, the text for emptying your bank account is actually shorter. And so we save a bit of time there too, by removing everything in the bank.
Oh, sure.
Now, Zeepo just did what's called a recoil flip. So you backflip when a bomb explodes, and then it pushes you back at super high speed. That lets us flip through things or just cross large distances. It's fairly useful and portable because as long as we have bomb, we can do it anywhere except in the air. That we have other tricks for that. Now that's another trick we're actually going to see for movement. So that we just saw hovers here. So how they work is you get what's called an infinite sword glitch to slash the sword infinitely. And then, when you slash the sword infinitely and tank damage with your shield, the game thinks you're grounded, and so prevents you from falling, and so you can stay in the air this way. And then another glitch. Someone wants to explain Hessing?
Before we do that, I can do that, but let me just also say, to hover over that fence, Zeepo did what's called a staircase hover, where he didn't use a bomb chew which can insta-explode. He used 2 bombs separated, so he shielded both explosions from the bombs separately. Kai used a 1 bomb, 1 chew. But for a Hess, you're basically like, you're holding just outside of the dead zone into what we call ESS position. You're waiting until the right frame, then rolling. Using that roll intangibility, you can't get hit afterwards. And then the bomb just pushes you, and it's capped by your speed, but because you're holding just outside of there, it doesn't really know what to do, and you get to go super fast. And now we get to do time stop. And for time stop, we're exploding a bomb, waiting until all of the soot and ash is gone, and then we're shielding and using a cutscene item. We use Ocarina, but you can also use a transformation mask. And that stops the in-game time. We push Macau, let him start moving, and then we run away so we don't need to watch him walking up the shore for 45 seconds.
Yep. Also, something to note, we just talked about how there's recoils and hovers. They're pretty much very similar timings to each other, just one has ISG and one does not have ISG.
They're pretty much tied right now. They're off by like Zeepo pulling out Ocarina a bit too early, or too far away from Macau.
These 2 runners have been doing amazing so far. They've both spot on the movement. I mean, skill level, we definitely kind of expect some, from both of them.
Since they turned back into human, no mistakes really, and
they've been playing very, very good. Both of them. That's great to see. This category is only gonna get from this. If everything just seemed like we had nothing to talk about, and then we just had about 4 to 5 things we just had to explain, we're gonna be utilizing that for now. Hessing's not going to go away. Slide's not going to go away. And we're only going to get more.
Yeah, the beginning of this run is actually challenging for all the bomb tricks with S's and super slides. Because you need like crazy consistency at them to nail them back to back like that for like the next 20 minutes. Like you're going to see a super slide and Hess alternating or one after the other for quite a bit.
We're going to be seeing a lot of that kind of crazy movement. Runners are going to be getting some owl statues real quick. And they're going to be going over to a Great Fairy Fountain. And they're using what we just learned with hovering. We're going to be combining that with another trick. Well, pretty much very similar timing as a slide in order to do a thing known as a mega backflip. While hovering. So we're going to start combining a lot of things together.
You could also see these two are 1 second apart currently on their Zora mask split, which is awesome. Really exciting first part.
Yeah, these runners. Gonna make sure that it's a good race.
Oh, different strats here. We get to compare. Ah, Lever. I wanted to compare the backwalk to the super slide. Come on. Now I can't do that anymore.
I'm guessing the slide saves a okay amount of time.
Yeah, it does. I don't know how much though, but I know it's. I don't see backwalking being faster here. It's.
I imagine
Super
it's only
slide.
by like a second or
Super
two.
slide is twice as fast. It's gotta be faster. But I want to see the difference. Oh, okay. So now you saw Kai kind of get stuck against the shore. Here, let's see if Zeepo gets what I have in mind.
Yeah,
Yes,
he got
that's
it.
exactly it. You got the water extended super slide. So if you charge a swim and hold the just outside your dead zone, you're gonna preserve the speed at which you left the water, and you can therefore shuffle your way pretty quickly to the loading zone to the Zora King.
I'm not getting confused, right? That's also known as S, right?
Yeah.
More
That's
than
Zora.
Zora,
has.
I call it water. I call it water because it starts and leaves the water, but
And it's a
I like
swim
this.
cancel. But it's all good.
We
Kai
have
going for the
Okay, I think
ledge
Kai
grab.
is going for Kai is going for the
nice,
Grab.
and so is Zeepo.
Zeepo is also setting up for that. Buffering them,
Hey,
getting it
ooh.
perfect. Oh, and we got to see like how to do it on both sides.
And we're about to see Kai going for a mega flip, like I was saying beforehand. Could be dropping
nice design.
bomb.
Going for unbuffered.
Got
Ooh,
it.
gets it.
Got it.
They're now equal pretty much after that. In exploit.
I'm seeing the same thing on both screens right now. We're almost.
I am seeing exactly like almost frame by frame movement right here. With these
Oh
two.
wait, no, that's not true. Zeepo has one more bomb. It's 13. Other than that, though.
Well, for movement, yeah.
No,
That's
yeah,
hard.
no, I know. It's a mirror. It's hilarious.
It's so cool. Alright, so now they're going to do an alternate exit. So, all fairy fountains are on what's called the same scene. So they're all next to each other, but there are gaps between them. But if we go out of bounds and get to the other fairy fountains and leave by their respective loading zones, we're actually going to get to their actual proper exit. So we just left by Ikana, Great Fairy Fountain, and so we're in Ikana without the hookshot, without Garo's mask, without Epona, just from doing those out of bounds hovers and mega flips. But we can hit that, I'll statue.
It's like watching an elaborate dance between these two.
Can I just say, what gamers too? Them both just landing so many, like all these unbuffered megas and everything. There and
Ooh, Zeepo going for this. Oh, they're both going for it. Oh, this is insane.
they
This
both
is
get
so
it too.
good.
I love that super swim.
That's a good. They're on a good start.
So
Yeah,
by
yeah.
mashing for the super swim, it's mashing B and A and kind of like hovering there with the momentum
And
you
they're
have.
hard, like,
higher.
and you need to be
They are
super
hard.
precise. for
It's
those
a
ones
weird
that-
it's weird rhythm. It's like a weird rhythm. It's not just a straight mash. It's rhythmic,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think it's fast mashing, but I'm not sure. I'm still learning the proper.
You're
way of
adapting
doing-
to how
plus
like
B.
high you are as well. You don't want to like surface, but you don't want to sink.
Yeah, exactly. And the river here is very shallow, so if you're just a bit off, you can hit the bottom or go too high, and then the super swim is over.
Yeah.
That's a very difficult one.
They are good time saves too. In some areas, they can add up quite a lot, and they look really cool. So it's fun to do them. They are also fun to do.
These two are some gamers, man. This is an immaculate start from both of them.
They're absolute gamers. They have very few mess ups so far. It is great to see. Surprisingly, though, both not ahead of their PB somehow. Yeah, they've gone a little bit quicker movement.
Yeah, Zeepo here, we don't see it, but Zeepo saved a second. Kai lost a couple, and the only reason is because like of one mega flip, and then it was a good decision because if you failed a mega flip there, like it just takes forever to get back on the platform. Back when we were in Great Bay, Now they both got the Hess on the way to the Big Octo, killed the Big Octo, and then jump slashed across a bit more distance during that little cutscene. And,
You might want to stop during that cutscene in the air.
And then you want to backwalk, make sure you don't die. Oh god, make
has
sure you don't
climb,
die.
that's fine. He's gonna have crit wiggle to go across, but you can. It's not the worst, but it's a factor to take into account for movement. So he's got
Whenever
one extra
you're-
thing to focus on.
Whenever
right
you're
now, then-
low in these games, developers thought it'd be fun if you have this thing known as crit wiggle, where isn't it that your camera or your movement is kind of off whenever you
movement
have.
is off. It
Yep.
inputs a position, I think, going somewhere right in this game. So if you hold forward perfectly, aiming, you're gonna just like. No, that's not true. Aiming does not cancel it. If you hold perfectly forward and just keep going in front of you, like you're gonna tilt, I think, to the right. I'm not sure if it's up right or up left. I just
It is
think it's
very
up.
annoying.
Yeah. But right
It's-
now, like Kai has to compensate for that across all of his Deku Palace, but he got it. That's really good.
What's even more interesting is the fact that this kind of critical health state is something that not only exists in this game, but exists in a lot of the Zelda games, where low health can mess with how tricks are done and how you have to play the game.
I know it for 2 games. I know it for OT and MM. Do you know other ones?
TP, there are certain tricks that don't
Oh,
work on low
really?
HP. Yes, we have an
Oh,
exhausted.
gosh.
So when Link's below a certain HP threshold, he will have this like he'll slouch over and be exhausted when he's standing, and tricks won't work. It will cause him to. You can't do well. It makes a lot of them harder, and one just straight up won't work, which is our what's it called? Ruby roll doesn't work at all on low HP.
Oh well.
My gosh, that's scary.
Yeah, it's like the animation because it's, they're visually making him exhausted or something like that, trying to make the
He's
immersion of their
damaged.
wounded.
Yeah. Surprising how out of nowhere it's interesting to see that affects speedrunning out of anything, something they
Yeah.
probably never thought it would ever touch. It randomly does.
They're just trying to make it more immersive, bro. They weren't trying to do it.
We're trying to, man. Nintendo didn't think speedrunning would exist at this point. They didn't know any of these tricks existed.
I'm always very curious to know which tricks they did know existed on release. They
They
knew
had to
back
know,
in-
like a
they knew-
couple.
definitely.
Let's be honest, they knew back in time existed. Someone had to do that. No one. They couldn't have just missed that one.
Well, some TP, especially for Twilight Princess, some glitches were found day one.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
you had to, like, people didn't try that hard
I mean,
and found glitches, and then when they actually tried.
I mean, they patched out glitches from the original version of TP because for Wii it came out earlier. Wii for NA or NTSC pretty much it's 0.1 or its original version has things left in. There's a dev door left in the game, which they did take out later on. It's interesting to see that Nintendo actually does fix some of their problems, or they will try and fix the game based on its version, right? If they notice things. It's still crazy though, some of the things they leave in some of the original copies. Mario's also had that case though with 64, because there's Shindu version, right?
Yeah, that was the release later that patched backwards long jumps, aka the reason why 16 star worked.
Yep.
They also made it really hard to grab poles in that one.
Oh.
But anyway.
I'm already so bad at grabbing poles and... Oh, no.
I know.
They made it harder? How can... Oh, that's just wrong.
It is.
We're gonna be seeing some cool over here.
Yes.
Oh, they're both gonna opt to blow.
Oops, here.
I think it's better to... This Hippoop is so... Or whatever, that's a Pokemon? No. Hoppip is a Pokemon, that's a Hippoop.
Yeah, Hoppip.
Yeah.
Hiploop is the name of the monster there.
There we go.
Okay, I don't know. I love the feeling of being a gamer and just around them. Like, I think it's
Oh, I love
also
it
feels
too.
bad for feels bad for
Love
the
it.
stick way.
Yeah, in a race, I would not go for just dodging the... No, I wouldn't go. But it's not too bad. It's really a nice skill to have. But to go across the hip loops. But they're very annoying. When they start being annoying, they can stay annoying for a while.
Is there? Okay, I got a question real quick. Why do
Yeah.
runners opt to? Oh, it's because they have to. Okay, no, I understand now. I no longer have the question. I was gonna ask, like, why do runners not drink the red potion and then move their items? Because as Deku, you drink the potion faster. And then I realized, oh, because you have to move out your items, so you need to grab the red potion and the other 2 items you're gonna need.
Yeah, you need
I
to have
understand
3
that now.
things. No matter what, you'd have to do the equip. So it doesn't make sense to have Deku on there just to drink the potion and then to equip to get rid of it.
You probably saw runners are duplicating bottles right
Yeah.
now, so they're making more bottles. Does anyone want to explain that?
Sure. So this one was found by Skater, and essentially we're like capturing a fairy in one bottle. We have something on 0 or just maxed out. We'll do it later with bombs. Spoiler alert, where you drop 3 bombs and then you're able to do it. You're basically doing an ESS turn where you're holding just outside of that dead zone position we were talking about. Then we're pressing that bottle that we have something in, and then 1 frame later, this nulled out item, and boom, you get a duplicated bottle.
No, it is amazing to see these runners be very close. One of them failed to warp out before the cutscene, unfortunately.
Yes, you have 1 frame
So-
here after the notes and text box for the song disappeared. You press start, and then you can unpause, mash ocarina, or just time, and then skip the cutscene.
Where did Zeepo go? Why is Zeepo in a whole new world?
Oh, Zeepo did the
He did a-
super
he did
slide to
super-
fortress. He did the super slide to fortress.
And then I realized,
Wait,
oh,
did
I,
he?
need to- I don't know why he's over there. I'm a little bit confused.
Sure.
Or unless he did. Wait, did
A
he climb
bad
the ladder?
Superman.
I didn't see. Did he climb the ladder?
I don't think he might have. He might have climbed. I think he climbed up and did the super and did this.
'Cause otherwise, you got like a really, really tight super swim instead.
I think he did. I can't remember which one he did. But I know he super swam all the way over. But
Here I
Got
clip, so I can watch. I think his super swim was just off.
also, it's good to see Raydrop.
Alright, so now we're going to be getting those 3 Zora eggs here with our duplicated and actual real bottle.
Oh, he voided. Oh, that sucks. He got to the other side of the pillar with his super swim, so it voided him on the other side.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That sucks.
Yeah. Okay, that was important. So that's
I-
where time loss comes in.
I'm wondering if any of them are going to be gamers and do the one trick we saw last time. Truly.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kai didn't do it.
All right, Zeepo was going for it.
Zeepo's
Maybe.
going for it.
Yeah, Zeepo.
Oh no.
Okay,
no.
Zeepo's no longer going for it. Zeepo, for a second, you had me there. I was like, let's see.
Wait, what do you guys think he was going for?
The dive. The fairy dive, pretty much.
Alright, Adrock, no problem. So now, Kai actually is going to do a really cool trick where you can pull out Ocarina underwater by holding just outside your dead zone and then pressing a bottle item that you have in your hand, then punch, and then that's gonna let you pull out Ocarina because the game's gonna not know what animation to pull out because of multiple items, and so it's going to default to Ocarina as something like the 0 animation. And then warp back and not have to just swim all the way up.
Okay, I have a question. This is kind of
Yes.
a technical one too.
No problem.
Do each of the forms have different animations or like quicker or slower animations for the fairy coming out of the bottle, or are they all the same? They have different drink animations. I know that, which some
Yes,
being
they
faster,
do.
some being slower.
I don't think so.
It looks the same. It really looks similar.
I would say it's the same. Zeepo's getting trolled by the ladder.
Absolutely trolled. Get game done. I'm sorry,
Getting a
Zeepo.
little too low to the point where it's like, actually, you're not on a ladder. I know you're climbing something, but it's not a ladder.
Yeah, actually, this is all versions are like alpha versions, but they forgot to fix the ladders.
Let's be honest.
Kai is going for just swims here, so no
And-
super swim from Kai.
MM is just permanently in alpha. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you think he was doing that because of the time change? If you had a that notification come up saying like, "Hey, it's nighttime of the first day," does that stop your super swim?
Oh, did it interrupt it?
It
No,
just
because- no, he jumped. He just jumped. He literally just jumped. No, he just jumped. That's not because of that. Wait. Oh,
He
you
was-
mean
he was
he
doing
did it
swims
because
before
of
that.
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Kai chose to do
That's a good
normal
point.
swim over the super swim that we're watching Zeepo currently do because of that. I'm pretty sure it would have interrupted the way through.
Yeah.
Yes,
That would have not been
that
worth
makes
it.
a lot of sense. I see what you're saying now.
It still might have been worth it though, to go for
I
it.
think it would have been.
It depends on where.
I don't know how
Depends
close he
on where it
was,
would
though.
have come.
I didn't see what time. I was not looking at the time when he skipped it. I was more looking at, oh, he's skipping it. So that got on me.
Check Fairy CS in 15 minutes. I got you. I'm going around each community asking extremely weird questions.
Alright, so now we're going to cross this gap again with a couple hovers, plus finish with a mega flip. You can do it with 2 bombs and 2 hovers and 1 mega flip. So, and they need to be fairly precise. If I'm not, I easily fail them, so I go for 3 bombs, 3 hovers, 1 mega here.
Yeah, you need some pretty.
If you're good at precise hovers, then it's actually fine. It's just I'm lazy to
Yeah.
practice it.
You need very specific hovers, don't you? You need earlier frame. You don't distance. You want height with these.
Nice super slide from Kai. I don't know.
Very
if this
good super
one's
slide.
faster. I don't know if that's.
I'm curious if Zeepo does the Hess here.
I should time both.
All right, Kai is going to go for what's called a tank jump right now, and he just went around that guard because, well, don't you know, guards can hear running, but they can't hear rolls or jumps or bomb explosions. So that was very nice from him.
Guards aren't paid enough in this game. But they ignore, so they're willing to arrest for walking, but not for rolling.
They see me rolling, they really are Hayden. Oh, Zeepo!
No, Zeepo! No.
Zeepo probably got
can shoot the thing.
speed up deny.
Yeah, he's able to get out this way. That was really smart from him, at least. So he
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
get
the
thrown
backup.
out.
That's the backup. You leave the, you go away from hookshot chest, you shoot the guard, and then you retry if you have bombs left, and he's got plenty of bombs.
So you need to do a tap side hop where you're holding left for only 1 frame. That could have been what did it, so that's why he's buffering a tap side hop right now. Yeah.
Also, well, he didn't get caught, so oh, maybe he realized.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it, but if I had heard it, I could have confirmed, because if you press C up too early, you can kind of get denied the setup for the end of the trick.
Yeah, I'm good at doing that. So
And
kind of,
it's-
Also, so small movement. Whenever you backflip or side hop into the water pools, it's quite a lot faster because you can instantly sink down and you'll keep your momentum going down. Little side note that you'll see all the runners doing where they're
Yep.
side hopping or backflipping in.
Alright, so what's that time difference now? About a minute between the two of them. That's a cutscene. That's, you know, a failed cutscene skip. That's nothing too major.
It looks a little brutal now, yeah, but they're very close. A single mess up over here on Kai's side could throw it straight back. We've seen them trade off a little bit in this run already.
Absolutely. So, Kai dropping the 3 bombs, that'll allow him to overwrite the bottle, even though there is still 1 bomb left. Basically, as long as it makes that, like, rejection sound, like, hey, you can't use that here, and that's because you can't have more than 3 explosives out at once.
Doesn't it also save your bombs that you had prior to, if you have extra bombs?
I think so.
Great pirate fight over from Kai.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that guard. Because
Remember,
maybe
saw it-
someone
we
knows, but there's the number of slashes needed for it are just inconsistent?
I think it says some will hit. It's very. I know what you're talking about because in Rando we get the same thing where sometimes you can literally just like immediately drop them, and sometimes it takes longer.
Alright, so now Kai's heading out for the last egg.
Kai is stacking things together now. Yep. You know, Zeepo and the cutscenes together.
Zeepo taking some damage. Oh, good thing. If he had one more hit and he got to beeping hearts, he would actually be caught and thrown out. So.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. Slash recoil against that wall there pushes you back into the exit for there, but you can still enter. So you don't need to fight other pirates because of that.
Yeah, we skip all of the pirate fights except for that one. I think we're supposed to do 3 because there's 4 eggs in the first one. We get on the hook. We get the hook shot from.
That's exactly it.
You can add the other ones too. We've seen and the
there are setups, but things exist to skip all the pirate fights.
No, but I mean like yeah, well, we've seen people skip that last pirate fight that we saw them do there, which is interesting. With the if you have enough bombs, you're able to do a hover and then flip over and then go on.
Yeah, exactly. But it uses a lot of explosives that we don't really have right now.
Extremely rough on explosives.
Yeah. We're basically saving explosives for the end of the cycle. Oh my gosh, Zeepo's aim. But yeah, we're saving explosives for the end of Woodfall, the Woodfall boss key skip. I understand, Zeepo.
More item on Zeepo's side. You have to go really quick on this one because the shell blade in the tank can really screw you up. If it hits you, you're probably going to lose the ball in your hand. But Zeepo got it pretty quickly. It's fairly easy to get. And now both runners are just depositing all Zora eggs, and now Kai's learning New Wave Bossa Nova, and then we'll see another cutscene skip here. We're kind of fortunate with how the song is given here, so we'll look at Kai do it, and I'll explain, or someone else can explain it if they want to.
This cutscene skip?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically as soon as the 7 eggs are deposited and go to the bottom, as soon as you pull out the ocarina, you get the song. So, you know, in order to skip a cutscene, or in order for a cutscene to play, we need to have 2 consecutive frames happen. I believe one loads everything you need and then the second activates it. But so what we're doing is we're mashing pause and ocarina. And either of those inputs will, if they happen in 1 frame, will basically allow you to store out, or buffer ocarina or just play it. So we're doing a similar thing here. This one's a little bit different. We're going to be doing New Wave Bossa Nova cutscene skip, or Turtle cutscene skip. He gets this pause, then he's going to buffer in a side hop to go inside, and he's buffering frame by frame to go into Zora Hall. Kai's looking good right now.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, good stuff.
Zeepo got the cutscene skip too.
You know what's interesting? Actually, in Rando, that cutscene skip for New Wave, you weren't able to do that when you have songs randomized because of when you collect you don't actually collect the song when the eggs at the bottom. You take out the ocarina. Now that Kai has gotten the first cutscene skip, he's now able to also opt to go for the second cutscene skip here.
Yes, Pirates cutscene skip.
He has to aim a bit low, because otherwise, if he doesn't aim low enough, he's going to get in front of the palm tree, and then he'll touch the loading zone, and he wants to be on the left. There you go.
Wow, very nice.
Yes, clean.
Yeah. 1 pause time stopped there, so now he's just going to go right up. He's going to do a C up and then pause out of that. He's just going to walk out. Very nice.
Very, very good. All right, Kai, amazing job. This saves not only 1, but 2 cutscenes. Now don't have to play. One where the pirates are going to get swept up by this tornado while they're going over to the
Oh, that's interesting, Adrian. I didn't know that.
Ooh, also a one pause from Zeepo. Very nice PCS. And he actually got in front of the plane, so he just got to do a regular backwalk in order to walk into the cutscene trigger. Doing a 2 dry roll setup. And he's walking forward, canceling out. Should just walk forward a little bit more.
Yeah. Problem with the 2 dry roll setup is you need to buffer a bit more.
Yeah.
It's safer. It's very safe, but yeah, it's sadly slower.
Yeah, I think Zeepo does not want to play to lose any like dramatic time there. He doesn't want to end up getting caught by that and then missing out a ton.
Yeah,
we had. You go.
So that's what I call the worst way to fail this cutscene skip is to fail it right at the end. So it's reasonable to go for something.
We're watching Zeepo do it now, but we had Kai do the setup to pretty much, they call it Bosky skip, but it's pretty much the whole entire temple being skipped. Where you get into the ledge there and you're able to do a recoil into Gaiorg's like load zone for that boss door.
Yeah. We don't even enter the second one, we just straight to the boss.
Yep. It straight up is just the temple skip.
Yeah, that is correct. It is completely cinematic for that boss skip.
But it's okay because we have to watch the full 45-second Gaiorg cutscene because we don't have Bo at this point.
I like Gaiorg's cutscene. It's pretty good.
It's fine. I think the music's scary. I like that we can skip the cutscene and not have to listen to the scary music in the water. I mean, look at this fish. He gets so close to Kai, and he shoots him right before he hits, and then just stun locks him against the wall.
Kai playing chicken with Gaiorg. Look at this man.
The chicken of the sea, Gaiorg. Oh no, wait, that's tuna.
You better be careful, Greg. Calling Gaiorg chicken. Next run you have, he's gonna eat you.
The chicken of the sea. It's fine. And believe me, he gets me every run, so.
It's okay. It gets me too.
It was very nice from Zeepo.
Zeepo climbed back on the platform.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that, but it's something you can do. So you don't need to climb back after. It's already done.
It's interesting here. You're gonna see runners in English categories. Runners are able to do the sync setup so that they don't have to continuously ram into Gaiorg. But JP, we don't have the option. You aren't able to use the Zora magic while syncing and going back up. So runners are going to be ramming into Gaiorg to try and get him another hit.
Zeepo had a very nice Gaiorg split where he didn't transform into human to use hookshot in order to hit him. He just kept it on with Zora boomerangs. And like he just said in chat, imagine 2 rainbows.
Imagine a fatty rainbow too. Catching up to his PV. That's great to see. Very little mistakes from both runners. At their level, both these runs are very nice. I know it's exciting to see that they're very close to each other right now in time.
These are good runs. These are
runners still have a lot of hard and hefty tricks coming up. Woodfall is deceptively probably one of the hardest dungeons that we're gonna have to do.
also still very close to each other, like only 40 seconds, like I think Keaton said earlier, one mistake and then it's flipped on who's ahead.
It immediately flips again, yeah. We're also, this giant cutscene, I hope you guys like it. It's the only one we're seeing hopefully the only cutscene we're seeing in this run. Hopefully. If something goes horribly wrong, we'll be seeing more. We're able to skip all the others with Trick Noah's Song of Time storage. We're going to save as we collect the remains and head out, but no giant cutscene, people leave. True.
And the biggest thing about the giant cutscene, the first one, is that we learn Oath to Order, and we need that in order to, call the giants at the very end to Skull Kid and prevent the moon from falling. And if we were to do Song of Time storage and then reset, we would not have the opportunity to get Oath later, and we would be very, very sad.
We would not be able to complete the game. Well, in this category,
rule set would not allow you to complete the run with this if you skip the first cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Kai getting more bombs and now warping to Woodfall. That's already all raised up, so we can just enter. And we have hookshot now, so all of Woodfall is going to be fairly fast. We won't need to go through much of the puzzles, really.
Yeah, hookshot really invalidates most of Woodfall, which makes sense because Woodfall is the very first temple. It's not
does
meant
not
to be.
I mean, it's got wood in the name, and the hookshot's pretty good at clawing onto wood. It literally makes all the dungeon pretty much skippable. We're pretty much gonna be blasting through it.
That's something we really like in Zelda 64 games, is having torches and hookshotable things, because with weird shots we can just, and even just inbounds, if we get anything that gives us hookshot early or out of order stuff, or out of the intended order, we can just break all the game with that. So if you make a ROM hack one day, be careful about where you place torches and hookshotable things.
It's very nice. It's very nice. I know in later games they don't make it as nice because they start adding like specific targets for hookshotting, right? Instead of sometimes using torches and stuff like that, combine the mechanic. Or they combine things, letting torches also be hookshotable. In some dungeons they have it so that you can do it for convenience.
Yeah, I don't like being restricted. Let me cheat.
Hey, why not? I mean, if you're coming to go re-clear the dungeon again or go collect the fairies, it's good to come back in these old dungeons and be able to do them faster, of course, right?
No, totally.
So it's nice. It's actually very good development idea.
Yeah,
but
for replayability, MM is a genius game. It's made to be replayed. The goal of the game, like one of the design concepts in it is just, okay, we want people to have replay value with it, and it just works.
Yeah, you master the game and learn everything about what happens in that time.
Fortunately, TP ends up the same as SS, where pretty much most of the hook shots are all going to be. I have Zeepo going for just /, there, going for a. Do you not have a stick in order to do a power crouch stab, which is a mechanic from where if your crouch stab save whatever your last damage you have done, so you can jump slash with a stick in order to use that damage.
No,
yeah,
go ahead, Doug.
No, it's the biggest difference I'd say between English and JP and OOT. Power crouch stab is in both versions, and MM it's patched out in English. But very nice. We're seeing Kai going for Woodfall Bosky skip right now. He did a staircase hover to get up onto the pillar. 1 mega flip back, and then 2 mega side flips, or mega side hops, sorry, in order to get into that loading zone where the boss remains. To get the boss remains.
Rib Zeepo actually getting the Song of Time storage there. He fell off. Now he's getting it. Yeah, we're seeing. We also saw Kai do the Song of Time storage, and we're going to see him utilize this. Next time he opens up a text box, it will open up the Song of Time instead. Or I'll open up song. Yep, there we go.
Yep, he just showed us.
As we just saw, and he's gonna utilize power crouch stabbing to pretty much destroy Adola.
He's just stun locking him. It's very much making it a not fair fight, which is fine. Adol was a jerk.
Agreed. And now we're seeing Zeepo just climbed up that pillar by doing hovers, then unlocking the camera, and that makes it so when you put on Zora Mask, he's gonna be facing the pillar and then just auto grab. And then with Mega Flips plus, just Mega Flips plus interrupted Mega Flips with hovers, you can just make it to the Woodfall boss loading zone. And it was pretty freaking fast.
I'm very happy to see that he did not lose that much, even though his movement in Woodfall hasn't been as good as Kai's right now.
The cleanest, but it hasn't been the most.
He's had a bit of trouble. Yeah, it's not that bad. Making sure that you get that boss key skip is extremely important. Even though he maybe bled like 20-30 seconds in that dungeon, if he had missed that boss or the boss key skip there, it was going to be insane.
Oh, going for quick spin.
Yeah, he does not have his... Is it faster to do that over...
Yes, yeah. So it's faster, but if you drop it, obviously, because it's more demanding, it would not be faster. But Zeepo doing it great.
Yeah, that was a very Now what happens here is we have to press A on the yes option for the Song of Time text box before the remains text box appears, but after the link starts spinning to show you got the remains, and then get the proper save. If you don't press A at the good time here, you have to watch that really long cutscene, or reset the run depending on your level.
I reset the run. It sucked.
Adric, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the 4 hour. It's like 4 p.m. I think it might be 4:30 to be exact. Is when the Goron goes and picks up his room key.
I thought it was like 2, since it's after lunch, and lunch is like 1 to 2. I think it's like 2:15. Maybe it's 3:15.
You have a long time to get your room key.
Earliest.
Yeah, it's all the way to like 4 or something. It's a while when he goes to pick it up. I might be completely off though, but if I'm just remembering roughly.
I did it fairly recently. I think it's early. 4 sounds super late. Alright, so now we're in cycle 3, so this skip that Kai is doing is going to be very similar to one we did in the Great Bay to get to Ikana.
Oh, nice. Zeepo says it's 4:10. I was like, I knew it was somewhere in between 4 and 4 and 4:30. Yeah, the Goron's really late to his key. That's why you steal it. He's actually genuinely straight up just late.
He didn't ask for late check-in. That was his fault.
Why did I think it was 3 then?
Okay, well, anyway, Kai is now in frickin' Lullaby skip right now. He used that alternate exit with 5 side hops inside the 2 mega flips.
And then
to
he
go
did
from
a Chu ISG from blowing up the bomb and with the snowball and stabbing it at the same time. It was pretty sick.
It's really sick.
Smart,
I
though.
did not know they existed. I'm not gonna lie.
No. It's really important here because the bombs are what you need for the super slide. You can't do a Chu super slide here, so if the wind is bad, which it's not, Kai got first try wind.
Yeah, that's really solid.
But it's a very smart backup for that reason.
And he blew up the second snowball, and he didn't have to wait for a cycle or just go with a bad snowball.
No, Kai is doing he's doing a very good.
He's fine. This is fine.
Okay,
then
he's
it's
okay.
about getting good wind on the way up. That won't push you into the last snowball blocking you.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. Yeah, right now, yeah, you get wind. Yeah, he's fine. Kai is making it in. If he's just doing the same thing he always did, he's just fine. And then there's that extra Chu on Zeepo's screen.
Watching it run on the invisible fairy fountain.
Yeah. And going for the slash plus bomb strat here.
Gets ISG.
Alright. Side hops. Does he go for the bomb? Yes.
He does. That blows up the snowball, which will respawn at the top.
Also really important, they will need an arrow drop here. Kai did not get one yet. So here he's starting a trick called Action Swap that will allow a stick to shoot a flaming arrow, but you absolutely need an arrow drop to make it work. Otherwise, if you start using stick with Action Swap without arrows, your game will crash.
Yep, it's pretty brutal.
Now he's YOLOing a precise hookshot. And
Scarecrow skip, yeah. It's a really hard. It feels like a pixel or two.
It is. It's thin.
That's actually our first setup class. That's just amazing. I used to do that a long time ago when I was not using setups, but yeah, that's really fast.
You're
looks for a texture, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can get good. You can get consistent at it.
It's one of those tricks where there's definitely some texture on the floor where he's kind of standing, so he knows relatively where he is. He's going to adjust a little bit based on where he is. Since it isn't since it's very precise but not incredibly like.
So Zeepo, I think that looked like first try. Was that correct? Or yes.
Yeah.
First try, but not perfect win, but still good win to get it across. That's right now he's plenty fine with that.
Actually, I don't know if that was first try. I think his explosive count's low because he had the retry.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I was wondering because of the bomb drop.
No, he definitely had something mess up.
Bomb count is too low. Yeah, that's okay. So that's probably second try.
All right, so Kai was able to stun lock.
Pardon me, gosh, I didn't.
Kai used an ISG on the Deku stick in order to prevent Wizrobe from like going into his cutscene, or even just spawn up, so he kind of just trapped him. Now he just did his song storage, clipping out of bounds there.
Yeah, that whole gimmick of it taking 2 frames for a cutscene to start is actually abused quite often in the run, as we've seen it be used multiple times to skip over things or skip cutscenes.
Alright, so...
Zeepo needed that bomb drop, but he didn't get arrow drop.
He's at max magic and he gets the arrow drop.
God, what a troll
The
game.
magic drop. Yes, like the game doesn't even check. It's like, no, I just want to give you magic now. Oh, going for the backup.
Well,
We're
yeah.
gonna see the other way you can get, another way to get to the top of Snowhead Temple. We get to explain weird shots earlier than usual.
Oh, true.
Alright, so now, Zeepo's going to quick equip his hookshot and then roll into that bomb and then holding a direction and starting to press hookshot on specific frames. Gets the camera out of bounds and then he can hookshot that chest, as you just saw. And now the route, that's the only difference, now the routes merged back for Snowhead. So now the runners will be doing essentially the same things.
Exactly. Yeah, rough RNG there. I'm sure with the wind as well. And then there's the no arrow drop.
Mizu, I had the same thing earlier when watching someone practice OT 100%. Earlier today, I was like, oh my god, the mirror shield was in mirror shield chest. I was like, wait, practicing in the actual game. Oh, okay, never mind.
Before this tournament, my only was literally rando for most of watching this game and like seeing it, and so it used to get.
All right, go to Slain. That's 2 bosses from Kai.
Kai is on a really good run, even to his PB standards.
Yeah, he's very close to it right now, actually.
Kind of a game now.
Ooh, I think he got. Did he get damaged? No, it just didn't get through.
Damage is fine here. We don't worry much about that in Snowhead. Yeah, he's fine, and then when he plays Song of Time, he's gonna be back at 3 hearts. So.
Okay.
Great act. Yeah, he's gonna collect hearts there. Okay.
There is no tracker right now, Mizu. But if you want, you can take one and do it anyway. And we could see what items are used.
Doesn't work.
No, it kind of works.
Well, I could find it interesting, like, to go and see, hey, compare, like, let's say what you need in a casual playthrough to what this category needs and how many items we skip. For one, we're skipping Goron Mask. Like, we've been skipping Goron for really long, but it's just always amazing to me that we skip like one of the most one of the most important items in the game, along with the other transformation mask and arrows.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. The fact that in some level of in Rando we can skip 2 of them too. We can skip getting Deku and
Zeepo. Okay, if he didn't get that, he only had 1 too. So good to see Zeepo coming through.
Ooh, all right, let's go Zeepo. Also, God,
I'm not worried for runners for that boss to skip. They are good at it. Like.
No, but it was more the fact that that icicle obstructed his view.
But you don't have, as long as you hold shield long enough and don't get blown back by the bomb, the timing is not perfect. You don't need like a last frame recoil.
No, it's not the most.
You just need a decent recoil, right?
Yeah, the important part is when you start releasing L to clip into the door, and when you start holding left or right, depending on what side you're on or what strat you're using. releasing L correctly for that trick is super important. If you release L a bit too late, you're not getting it.
Oh, that's
Even
interesting.
with max speed.
We had Kai stop by the Goran brothers milk. You know, that's kind of crazy. Most people would be like, you know, why is Kai doing that? You know, that's kind of crazy.
For healthy bones.
Yeah, he wants his
Naturally.
callousing though. Link's a growing boy. He's still a bit young.
Oh, Zeepo didn't get all the hits, and he doesn't have arrows. He's gonna have to run over.
He can go pick up. He can go
That's
pick up
one.
arrows.
That's one instance where. Arrows can come and get you for Gyorg. Not Gyorg. This is Goat.
Yeah.
For Goat.
Well, Kai is now setting up the milk shot, as we call it, or remote hook shot, if you will.
Wait, did Zeepo have no bombs either? Because there's a bomb backup for if you don't have enough arrows.
No, he had no bombs. He only had one
No.
shooter. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he had nothing. He's drained of every resource.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goat is still close. That's
Wow.
pretty alright in some sense. He could have gotten it worse.
Good execution.
And
And we got the hookshot jump from Kai.
now you know, and that's why Kai went and got some milk with a specific setup known as well, it's known as remote hookshot. The whole entire glitch. How did Kai do that?
Well, he used a little bit of magic and a lot of hope.
Literally, for how remote hookshot works and all of those tricks, it is quite literally almost like magic hack. You need exactly half a milk in whether your top left or top right, and an empty bottle in the other one. You need such a specific setup for it to work, and these really funky and weird results when canceling the hookshot with the milk. I don't know how to explain it fully. I don't know why it does that. If anyone in here does know why it does that, please let me know.
I know the parameters in which to do it, but I really don't know exactly why it works. But you have 2 bottles out, so that way when you drink one and you cancel with the hook shot, the second bottle being equipped makes it not be put away. Yeah, Druk, it's pretty neat. Glad we could teach out some new people about this stuff. Also, shout outs to anyone who's made setups for it.
One pause word shot. That's pretty neat.
Okay,
Or
that's
maybe
crazy.
still buffers them or big parts of them. That's pretty cool.
Kai is
was
really
nice.
going in. Okay, good RNG on one. Good RNG
Oh
on
my
two.
gosh! Dead 2E.
Kai.
Wow, 2 for 2.
Just sweeping through the dungeon now. That's it. That's all he's got to do.
He's looking at this like.
No.
Oh,
He's still fine on bomb count. He only needs
Yeah, he needs
6 to do everything he's supposed to do, and he could use less if he really needs to with enough magic.
I think Kai is looking
Even-
at this run like this. This is a good opportunity for him to shoot for a PB. Unironically, like I think that is more of the goal. If his PB is the actual one that's there, I don't know if that's.
Yeah, he can
No, that is.
very much PB. He can very much PB. We can.
Comes down to Twin Mold.
Timing? Yeah, it comes down to definitely, or actually,
Here,
the whole rest of this is going to be a good amount. Like, we still have a lot going on.
It's fine, Druk. He doesn't listen to commentary because I told him last race, unless he changed, I told him last race how to turn off switch targeting, which was
The
down in
speedrunner.
target.
he's already pressuring himself.
Yeah, more than likely, he's the one who sees
Oh
the
my
splits.
god!
Oh, no.
Gibdo, stop!
Haven't you had your fun? Literally, Kai has right into like a give dough and is fine.
So if you're side hops, you're faster than back walking because the slope slows you down. So, but side hops don't care about the slope.
Yeah.
It was a crazy thing I found out, like, through Rando. I didn't know that if you did the Song of Soaring, that it took you to the start of the dungeon. I had no clue it did that.
Oh yeah.
Until
yeah,
like
this
a
is-
year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Alright, so Zeepo setting up, boulder blocking, he's waiting a bit.
He's lining up at the very top, right where you see the red reticule.
Zeepo equips. Zeepo equips.
Oh
Whips.
shoot.
Zeepo can't do it. It's completely messed. Yeah, it's doomed.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Delay.
He doesn't have the second bottle equipped, so his bottle doesn't stay out.
Yep.
Yeah, resetting cycle.
Yeah, so here you need to have bottle, empty bottle, hookshot, milk, whatever the C button, you need to have these 3 specific things equipped for,
Not only that, it actually
uh,
does need to specifically be in, or the bottles need to be in top left and top right. Also specific to it.
I did
User?
not know that.
I didn't know
It is
that
actually it is actually specific to that too.
I
Last
just
time
put
I
it,
checked.
I just did my equips like that because I found them convenient. I did not know that. I will actually verify that.
Yeah, I don't
Bottles
think
don't
so.
need
I
to
don't
be
think so.
there?
No, they
Even.
don't. Okay, they don't.
I think
That's
it
Alright,
said
fine.
you
that's
just need to
crazy.
have 2 bottles on your C's, so that way
Yeah.
it doesn't get put away.
And yeah, so
When I first
I've
learned, when I first learned, I was told that they need to be specifically on there. All right, that's good
that
to know.
is
Now.
incorrect. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I've
Drux also
from
made a
all the
tutorial for
videos
that.
I've compiled together for the remote hookshot applications playlist. No, that's not the case.
Good to know then.
We actually have a playlist for remote hookshot.
Oh, well, where it can be, yeah, where it can be used. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
know
all
what
the
you're
plays, all
talking
the
about.
different ones. It's got like 70, 80 videos in it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
crazy. People found a crap ton of stuff for remote hookshot.
Yeah, and
There's
wasn't
actually
it-
there's a boss you can literally skip. There's multiple here. There's a remote hookshot you can do here to just skip the boss key instead of using the bomb strat. There's one in the wizard room that you can do to also skip the boss key again.
Yep. You can
There's
also
multiple
do it in
applications
Woodfall.
for it in this
You
thing.
can also do it in Woodfall. You can do it in
Yep.
Great Bay, I think.
there are also
I'm trying to
applications of
remember.
it that use equip swap, which is a technique that's banned in this category.
Yeah, no, it's probably one of the coolest tricks that we've seen come recently, or in the more recent times.
Yeah, all masks use an equip swap strat of that, where you can use light arrow gim. I think that uses the equip swap. Pretty sure it does.
That's I feel is bad for Kai.
It's
Another good
part of the
experiment.
RNG. He's pausing in order to try to get the tail. That was smart.
Nice, good stuff.
Lost some time, but ensures that he can get it with this one cycle. Yeah, watching Ragan run for the world record for all masks, I remember him doing that. That's a fun category.
For all masks,
Yeah, all masks.
it is pretty interesting. It's been interesting. We've had Ragan come back recently too.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
goofy.
Yeah. Light arrow gim. It's like in general, a lot of these tricks leave a lot of untapped potential still for these runs.
Right, so now Zeepo going
That's
back
rough.
for
Yeah, those light arrows just missing. Not quite. Zeepo backing up now his remote hook shot. And Kai get in the cycle.
Oh, I think it needs one left. Is it one last shot?
I did not count. I was looking at Zeepo. Okay.
Oh, it's two more.
Thought it was maybe one more.
Did Zeepo get hit here? Does he need to set up again? Oh no, he didn't set up yet. He's fine. He's fine.
That sucks though. A lot of his time save actually just got eaten up by that.
Oh, he just YOLO'd that.
Oh,
Yeah.
the game was crashed.
You know, fair enough.
I mean yeah. Kai just finished up his final boss and is going into Majora, so
Yeah, and Stone Tower is not a short dungeon, and it's very hard. So, you know.
it was well played, Zeepo.
There was a good.
Understand his hard momentum.
The beginning was a very, very, very close, and both you guys did amazing. It was great to see that. But of course, it's MM, and so mistakes happen.
The first hour from both runners was just amazing. Like
But All we can really do now is cheer on and hope that Kaya.
Yeah, Kai's going for now the Deku stick in order to help make his power crouch stab.
We really hope for him to get good RNG here. He needs 5 bombs. Oh,
There
he
it
gets
is.
the 5
Okay,
bombs.
he
That's
got it,
really good.
okay.
That's super good. Near the end of the patch, but it's still good.
Yeah, believe me, that'll work.
And that's right now. He's on a super good run, and he got good RNG here. And after that, if he finishes this segment, he'll be ahead of his PB. So we're looking at something really solid right now.
We're getting an assist from Franker Z. We'll provide the ISG source. Don't worry.
Many things actually. So ISG
That also
to
to unlock the
the camera.
Exactly. Dual duty. A helpful dog, really just appreciate their service.
Alright, so 4 bombs to make it up there, and we'll even have a use for that 5th one when we're on the moon.
Perfect stuff, though. Look at this, Kai. You've got a run here. We also have an extremely long cutscene that we get to just kind of vibe for.
Yeah, exactly. Just hang out, just take deep breaths, get ready for the final boss.
I can go use the bathroom, decompress in a little bit. He's got some time.
You can have a dance party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Zeepo doing some NMG tech, going for 3 bomb right now. Instead of, you could do this trick with 1 bomb and 2 bomb choose, what he's going for to get up to that moving platform. He's trying to throw 3 bombs and do a staircase hover that way.
Also, I'm happy. I'm interested to try using a remote hookshot with the buttons in different places now. It's kind of convenient to have it in where they are.
Yeah, I just thought it is comfortable.
It is weird. That's definitely a rumor that I think is in Rando's side. That is that might be where that started, because that's where I learned it was from Rando, and people were saying that it needed to be from there.
Well, it's just
That's because I always learn those.
on the tech side, who would necessarily know the ins and outs, since most of the glitch hunters are the speedrunning side. Not all, for sure. Not
A
all.
lot of stuff from rando people sometimes. It's really amazing.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to invalidate. They're kind of
there's different work that comes from Rando's side, but definitely because the communities aren't one-to-one, different information gets handed down in different ways.
And that's what I like, is that for Rando, you kind of have to consider it more path, or the applicability is bigger.
I'm pretty sure there was a drug. I'm pretty sure there is something to. I remember.
Yeah, guys, but Kai's on PB pace.
Kai is on an incredible run. This is one of the better runs in tournaments. This is a very good run. This category is extremely difficult, and it's rare to see someone not make many mistakes to the point where they have a run on PB base.
And that's a top run. This is really
this is one of our very, very good players in the community. It is not an easy run to get right now.
No, definitely not.
Also, truly, I mentioned it. You're gonna see how the moon's mouth is closed and the sun up. To eat Majora or to suck him in.
Wait. I'm gonna look.
Or we got a little bit.
Look at it. Keep looking. Did we see it?
My eyes are
Is it
peeled.
closed in this cutscene? I'm pretty sure it's closed in cutscene. It's when he's gonna suck him.
Yes,
it's closed right now.
Yes, I noticed. I see it. I see closed, and now we're gonna see open, and I remember open.
Not only that, in that cutscene, the moon is also facing forwards, and now it's facing downwards, all the way down.
Is it facing downward before you play the song? I'd have to look. I don't know.
No clue if it is.
When I get here, I play Oath to Order and go to the bathroom, so I really don't know what's going on during that cutscene.
You check your phone a little bit, then you start.
I get water, get a snack, everything, anything that I postpone because of the run.
I go file your taxes, do some homework.
Meditate, everything.
Yeah, definitely meditate.
Can
Pretty
probably
much.
take a nap or two during that cutscene. And if you can learn to mash text while you sleep, you can even do it longer.
My goodness, imagine someone that was able to mash while sleeping.
Yeah, you'll
the
get a
mouth is
few,
open.
gonna say you'd get a few blue arrows, I'm sure, when you're sleeping, but it balances out, you know, with the beauty sleep energy boost.
No, definitely, Adrak, what you're saying. Pretty much, Majora is going to be the decider of a PB or not here. In this category, we have a hard Majora fight. Pretty brutal. It can drain a lot of time. It's pretty hard. There's a Hess going or a slide going over towards him too.
Yeah, he will super slide to unless he backwalk super Hesses, he's gonna backwalk super slide to Majora. That is correct, Adrian.
And our friend Kai over here also has a fairy. He's going hard on this one.
Did you get a fairy?
No, he did not.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's
on
it's
PB
gonna be
pace, no fairies right now.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
fairies.
You get your PB right now, that's what he's focused on. Alright.
Good slide. All right.
Bomb,
Hit the
last
super slide.
and then perfect talk to Majora. Quick talk, perfect. That's actually a hard part here. It's not the super slide. It's not taking 3 seconds or more to talk to Majora.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really?
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
that's the hard part for me. The super slide is like, well, it's actually good. Some places, depending on like lag and everything, are really bad for super slides. This one is one good area for doing this.
Majora is really hard to talk to. You have to be really directly in front of him.
Yeah,
On his sides and
too
his peripheral
close.
will not work.
yeah, it's really precise. I think it's made this way so that when the camera closes in, the cutscene still looks good.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, because of whatever reason, they made it that way.
All right, phase 1, Majora's Mask. So the mask is really big now and has tentacles. We're using Zora in order to use the Zora boomerangs to shoot him down, then use a light arrow or a fire arrow. And then we just repeat this ad nauseum.
Yep, so we'll do that for the 2 phases of
That
Mask.
missed, right? Oh, no, it hit.
Now remains
Very good.
are waking up.
They will be
No.
cold. So how the remains work, they need to be on the screen, or like they need to be on screen for them to actually apply and do damage. Right now, all of them are off screen. They won't actually shoot. They're in a cold state.
No, Druck, you can't because they fear that then Link would he'd put on Majora's Mask, and you didn't want that.
What?
Wow,
It's
Kai
not,
getting
that's
hit.
actually so good. Well, he hit Majora with the double boomerang there, which it immediately transitioned it, which is good. But then he took damage, which is bad.
I don't know
But-
if he's able to do the fast Zora strat now because he took damage, or if it still
I have
puts him in a
no
neutral
clue.
position.
That's not a problem. He's gonna be he's not gonna be in
Yeah,
the
okay.
damage animation. That's not a problem.
Alright, let's go. Gamer gets the insta hit too.
Yeah, then.
Good RNG. Oh, he gets away though.
No.
Okay. Now he has to be careful. He gets the light ball spam. Oh, no! Gosh.
Was he on
Still
switch
what?
targeting or is he on hold targeting? This is the question. Did he take it
Did he
off of?
fix his switch targeting from last time? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
question.
I don't know.
That
Yeah,
is
so-
brutal. I got comboed. You actually got
Yeah.
smash
Actually
comboed.
got combo. He got double light ball spam from Incarnation plus Remain got on him.
He got wombo
And-
comboed.
And right before going in, he got combo. He got hit too. Like he actually just one by one. Okay, that's rough. I'm sorry, Kai. It was a good attempt at the PB though.
Sick run. Really sick run.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. He's 30
Like the
minutes.
fact that you almost got a PB at your level on a race is crazy.
It's insane. It's really insane.
You gotta admit, it's crazy to see. Kai just proved it how hard this fight is. Most people, Zelda games, you get to the end fight, it's like, ah, nice, we've done it. Good stuff. Majora kind of claps cheeks. He kind of doesn't care.
Zeepo is practicing any percent no major glitches right now because his race was very much behind.
It was a good 8 minutes behind.
Thanks for the helpful reminder, Druck. It's good to know.
Some of us use switch targeting, okay? Like I'm a switch targeter, okay?
I know
like
how to
switch
do it
targeting.
because, like, yeah, but I prefer hold. I learned with switch, but I prefer hold.
Yeah, I can live with switch, but for this fight, I have like specific. I have one casual strat that I use to get out of the.
Got the good RNG again. That's crazy.
Yep.
Great
Okay,
RNG.
like Kai, like rough.
He gets out both times, though he's not able to trip him up with another hit.
But this time, the phase is being aligned. It's like you're not on PV place anymore. We're not gonna absolutely snipe you.
Yeah, the transformation masks are not going after him.
And same with Majora. Didn't shoot at him at all.
All right, final phase, Wrath. So light arrow, even though there's no magic, will still always hit. He won't cause him to dodge. So now he's just doing hit stun cancels, and this should actually work. I don't see the mask aggroing him at all on GG.
That
I'll
is
play.
over. GG. Congrats.
Very good job, Kai.
Yeah, good stuff to both runners, but
Do
nice
runners
job
wanna
to
come in?
Kai. 133.20.
Congrats. And thanks to both runners for the amazing runs they provided us. It was really so close for so long.
No,
Yeah,
it was a good fun race. You've been spoiled, honestly, and some of the good races that we've. This game is very hard, and truly is another brutal game to have no reset as a condition. You know.
for sure. Definitely a game that no reset isn't even always possible, depending on explosive counts and things like that. So
It's quite saddening.
we really appreciate just like seeing the best possible like gameplay being brought here time and time again.
And we have one more race in the tournament left, right? And then
Yeah, well, one more matchup, possibly two races.
one more. Yeah, it could be 2 races depending on.
Yeah, if it's a bracket reset.
It is amazing to see how well runners have done and how close some of these races have been, for sure. Coming from another game where it's the same thing of like one trick goes wrong, the whole run could die. We can't understate how incredible it is to see races go fully and have like everything go well.
Hello?
Hello, Zeepo.
Oh God.
Hi, Zeepo.
Hi, Zeepo.
Hi. How are we all doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking.
Mhm.
Pretty good.
Thank
Hey,
you
but
for
Kai
the
tied my
race.
PB.
Wait, he did.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, wow, that's actually. That was a
Dude,
fun run. How
Are you guys? Wait. I'm sorry. Is he roboting for anybody else, or am I roboting? Oh, maybe it's my headset. Hello?
Hello?
oh,
Hey.
Okay, I think it's just Keaton roboting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got trash RNG and lost all interest in the run and was so interested in Kai because he was on PV pace that I forgot to equip bottle over bombs and lost my run. Pretty much.
Yeah, Milk Chum, it could be very punishing that way. The bad RNG was what try win did you have in Snowhead?
4th,
Okay.
and then I didn't get arrows, and I got... Honestly, my execution in this run was almost like flawless. I got all the cutscene skips. I got everything first try. I golded things that didn't give me bad RNG. And the only things that I got pissed off about were I touched the pillar in Great Bay, which made me go to the shore, which lost me like a minute or something. I don't know, it wasn't that much. It was like 30-something seconds. But then something happened in PF that doesn't usually happen.
It was a tap side hop on the tank jump, or maybe it was a C-up part, I'm not sure.
The C-up came out really late, so I reacted by C-upping again, and it canceled my C-up. I don't know why it came out so late. It came out like on frame 8 or something. It happens when you side hop too fast, I think.
Hello, Kai.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey Kai, that was a clincher. That was almost a PB.
Yeah, I was actually on a pretty decent pace for most of the
Yeah,
run.
amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, it's unfortunate Majora comboed me to death there. I don't really think I could have done anything about that, but
You Punch was on the offensive. You were getting hit by all that you could do.
Yeah, you got wombo comboed. It'll happen.
yeah, it was fun though. It was a really close race for like the first hour. Like me and Zeepo, it looked like we were really neck and neck.
Both runners gave a great show.
Going into what's it called? Over in Great Bay, you guys were entering the same time, like exact same. It looked like you guys were watching the same exact stream, but one had one more bomb.
Yeah, it was one more bomb.
At Zora masking a bit after, it really looked like that. It was really special to see.
There was, throughout most of the game, you guys failed very little. It was extremely good gameplay on both sides, and it made it very entertaining to watch.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a similar like level matchup, I still feel. But also, I know you're both like kind of learning more NMG stuff, so.
Yeah, I haven't been playing this category at all. I was surprised to be on really good pace, especially with the dumb stuff that happened to me. Like, getting warped to the shore is huge. And my Snowhead RNG was so bad that I had no arrows for Goat, and I missed one shot, and I had to get more arrows, which lost me so much time.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. I saw that, and then I was like, "Oh, isn't there the bomb backup?" And I look, you had no bombs either. I was like, "Okay, well, you just had nothing." You had
I had no explosives, no arrows, no nothing.
You were told what?
Because I got 4th try win too, so I had 4 less bombs than I should have.
I mean, hey, it was incredible. You still made it through the temple, even though with what you were given.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous that since the icicle got in your way was like kind of obstructing your vision for the Bosky skip.
Yeah, that's all feeling though at that point.
Yeah,
I was okay with it. As long as I can see the bomb to like almost the end, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I had a chew too. I could have done the chew back up. It's just stupid.
Yeah, that chew recoil's a little bit weird. I don't consider it to be the most reliable with most people.
Yeah, but Kai was on a ridiculous run, so at some point I was like, I really don't want to run this. I just want to watch. So it kind of happened after I was paying too much attention to his run and forgot to equip my second bottle for milk jump. And then I was like, yeah, I don't care. Let me just watch.
Yeah, thanks. I wish it was close. I was on sub 130 pace up until Stone Tower. I kind of messed it up. That was like that's
really insane.
Yeah, that was my old goal for the category too. So I was surprised because I really like I've only been playing for the races and like warming up like an hour before. So I was surprised that I actually have been like relatively consistent with everything lately.
Yeah, it was the work in Stone Tower. Just the twin, because that was a little bit rough.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous for the Twin Wolf fight, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done runs in such a long time besides these races, so I was like, damn, I'm on.
Yeah, that fight already sucks. Having nerves for that does not.
Yeah, I think I pause buffered a shot in the Twin Wolf fight too.
Yeah, you did it for the last the last blue shot.
Yeah, that's not something I typically do. Yeah, it was fun.
ZeldaSpeedRuns for the raid, by the way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have gotten to the tail end of our race, but it was a great race to watch anyway.
Yeah, I'd say if you guys like MM, definitely peep the VODs. And it'll also be on the YouTube. I believe it's automatically uploaded, the Zelda Speedruns YouTube.
You can also find our Discord server by typing Song of Time in your browser bar in your search bar and put a dot between the I and the M in Song of Time, and that's actually going to redirect you to our Discord server. Written this way, actually. Let me put that in the chat, people. If you want to.
We're getting Jake the money back on it.
Yeah, so that's going to replace that dot by an actual period, and you'll be redirected to our Discord if you want to learn about Majora's Mask speedrunning or just learn some glitches. We'll be glad to help you there.
Yep, there's tons
It's
of people
a
in the
really
community.
great community.
There's a ton of people who help out with tricks, a lot of knowledge to go around, and a lot of great resources and tools for you guys to use.
Also, if you're interested in learning this category, our co-commentator Truly Non did a YouTube tutorial for All Dungeons Restricted. Highly recommend you guys would check it out if you'd want to learn Majora's Mask speedruns. It's a good starter category in my opinion. It's all the same route, you know, all the way from beginner to top level.
Yep.
And thanks to
All right,
ZSR for hosting the tournament races. Yes, Keaton.
I was gonna say, yeah, thank you guys so much for all being here. Thank you for the commentators coming out tonight and the runners. I was gonna say, anyone got any last statements they want to say?
I was happy to restream that race.
Cool, amazing. Thank you, Mizu, for restreaming. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was a
For
pleasure.
staying up and being our restreamer. It's great that we could actually have this restream.
It's not that late. It's just 11 p.m. So
Nice.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I have a good schedule me too for evening race, evening commentating. It's all fine.
So, any final comment?
Play Majora's Mask.
Like Zelda.
Best game.
Yeah,
Best game.
but also
Yes.
all Zelda.
Amazing speed game.
Yeah, play
So-
this game. It's worth it. Both rando and in speedrun, it's worth it.
So I hope everyone did enjoy the stream. Sorry for the raid. We are ending. So sorry, I don't know what to say. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to our coms, Keaton, Greg, and Truly. Thank you, you three.
Of course, anytime.
Happy to.
You're all very
And
welcome. Thanks.
also-
to you. I'm having fun.
Also, thanks both runner, Gigi, again. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for the restream. And thanks to the commentators.
Thank you. So we are ending. So see you next time, guys. Goodbye.